I'm Dr. Chris Heine with Oklahoma State University, and I'm their Equine Extension Specialist. And today I have with me Dr. Betsy Green from the University of Arizona.
Also Equine Extension Specialist.
And Brittany Kirkland, also from Oklahoma State University.
I'm a graduate student in the Animal and Food Science Department here at Oklahoma State.
So we wanted to talk with folks today about some exciting new curriculum that we've put together, SCRUB, or Science Creates Real Understanding of Biosecurity. So we've been working together to develop curriculum for ag teachers, 4-H leaders, volunteers that help promote the idea of animal biosecurity in a fun setting. So Betsy, walk us through some of the topics that we cover in our SCRUB kits.
So we have everything from just even hand washing, cleaning versus disinfecting, and testing the combination of both of those. And we have a bunch of different activities that we actually did with ag teachers from Oklahoma while their youth were over across the way judging livestock. And it was 3 days, and we had repeat customers every day because they had fun doing the activities.
So yeah, we just hosted Big 3 Field Days here at Oklahoma State University. So we have about 1,500 kids on campus judging livestock. So during that time, we invited them over, their teachers, to learn from us on how to use some of that SCRUB curriculum. So Brittany, you watched the teachers that were here with us. What do you think some of their highlights were? What do you think they enjoyed the most?
I think they probably enjoyed, we have a cooler building section when we're talking about vaccines, and it's always interesting. We've done this now with other kids, we've done this with teachers before, and it's cool to watch people interact with the material, and they never do it the same. So it's just cool to see how different brains are thinking and using some of that. Those STEM pieces, physics particularly with the cooler building, and talking about vaccines and how we can change some of our behaviors and how we handle vaccines and how we can promote that to kids.
Okay, so yeah, our curriculum is designed to improve biosecurity and kind of behavior change, but it is fun because it seems to also really stimulate critical thinking skills, group work, design elements. So there's kind of some fun side effects, I think, that are going on here with our SCRUB kits.
And the cool part is it's built and organized to be very economical, because we know that teachers and leaders don't have huge budgets, and so we use simple things like boxes, styrofoam, packing from the Hello Chef or whatever it was, turn them loose, and then they also get competitive with their other teams to see whose cooler temperature goes down fastest based on the design. So that was really kind of fun.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting when we did our cleaning and disinfecting lab. So we let our ag teachers swab their boots after following different protocols on whether they cleaned and disinfected correctly or not. And then we let them essentially grow what they found in our homemade incubators. So we kind of recycle our materials and use our same boxes, styrofoam, and a light bulb, create homemade incubators, and voila, we have instant microbiology labs. So I know today we saw our ag teachers taking pictures of their work that they were going to use in their classroom to really illustrate the principles of you can't just spray disinfectant on something, you have to clean it properly first.
Well, and one of the other activities on that was looking at facilities and different types of materials that you find in livestock and horse facilities, from tile to particle board to very smooth and finished wood, and even stall mats or things like that. And we make some fake manure with some glow germ in there, and then they practice cleaning with limited resources to see how clean they get things, and then compare. And we have some people that scrub and scrub and scrub, but even then with things like particle board, which you might find in a typical livestock facility, it's really hard to get that clean, never mind disinfected.
Right. So they definitely seem to enjoy that, and we've done this a little bit with kids too, and they really seem to have fun when they're doing their activities. And I know, Brittany, you and I have talked about this numerous times, about how the topic of biosecurity really doesn't get people very excited. That's one of those that if they had a choice about doing a different activity, they'd probably choose that one. But what was your experience in watching students and adults interact with this? Do you think that biosecurity is now fun?
So I think the kids really, really enjoyed this. It was always really exciting to watch them start thinking about their personal practices and how they can identify sicknesses in animals and how they can try to reduce the spread of it, how they can build their own vaccine coolers at home. It was very hands-on and the kids really enjoyed it. So it is kind of a bland topic most of the time, but these labs are very, very interactive and the kids just seem to eat it up.
Well, when we went to Weatherford yesterday and worked with a group of 4-H'ers and some Pony Club youth, that was incredible. Those youth were so engaged, and they were giving us great ideas even as they were doing it. Now, they had a little bit of challenge with the hand washing, and we kind of exposed some practices to try and do some more scrubbing on their hands, but they had answers. Clearly they are getting education in the 4-H program, and of course you were their hero, Chris, so it was pretty entertaining to see in a different state, to see a group of leaders and youth be so engaged and be talking about the things that you've been doing with them at your horsemanship camps. It was great.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see the growth of those kids and leadership and knowledge and their enthusiasm really for animal husbandry and what they've taught. So certainly a big shout out to our 4-H leaders in Custer County and Oklahoma 4-H for supporting those programs.
Yeah, very impressed.
Well, thanks. We appreciate that. So our goal when we've been working on this is to create some national curriculum, and really this whole project is supported by the Animal Disease Biosecurity Coordinated Agriculture Project, right?
Yes,
so I think it's always hard to put all those letters together. Yeah. So it's a big project, and our goal for this curriculum, we've been testing it here in Oklahoma a couple times with Big 3 Field Days, some other opportunities. We tested it in...
I've been testing it in Arizona, and we'll actually have some organized activities a little later to also test our changes that we've kind of come up with as we've been working through these with youth and adults.
We've got an opportunity to pilot our scrub curriculum in Massachusetts. So we did it with our New England ag teachers as well as our Massachusetts
vocational ag teachers. Yeah, 2 different meetings, and they had a great time. The New England ag teachers were really into it. Like, we were running out of time because they kept coming up with other things and gave us some really good feedback that we actually incorporated into this one, and so we keep improving it as we're finalizing the curriculum, which, by the way, will be available on the website agbiosecurityproject.org.
If you guys out there are interested in working with some scrub kits, so they will soon be available. We've had some good feedback from Arizona, Massachusetts, and Oklahoma. And Brittany, now you've been part of growing this curriculum, and you'll be moving on from us soon. Is that correct?
Yes, I will be moving to Colorado in September as an ag agent there for 4-H.
And is your intention to use some scrub curriculum in Colorado?
Yes, for sure. It's a really good curriculum, and the idea behind it is we really just want kids to recognize the necessity of biosecurity, and that it can just be small changes that they can make to make a big impact in making our industries more biosecure as a whole and trying to prevent animal disease spread.
So for any of our 4-H leaders or ag teachers or volunteers,
FFA.
it's really good programs that are involved with animal projects or interested in the scrub curriculum, you can contact me, Dr. Chris Heine, at kheine@okstate.edu, or
myself, Betsy Green, at Betsy Green, with an E on the end of green, at email.arizona.edu.
And you can contact me at Brittany, Brittani, .kirkland, KIRKLAND, @okstate.edu.
So, I think the one thing that I would say as we come to a close on this, that when you have access to this online, you will have a shopping list that will allow you to go get the stuff, and we have been creative to try and keep prices down and to give you the information that you need. And it's also flexible, so whether you're in the classroom or you can take it to the barn, it can all depend on how you choose to set up the experiments or the activities. The teacher's guide will give you the background, and we also have student guides. I think you'll really enjoy this and make biosecurity fun.
Well, thanks, Brittany and Betsy. I know this entire project has been really fun for me to participate in. I know that our colleagues up in the Animal Science Building in Oklahoma State always thought we were crazy with all of the things we were doing, but we always would walk through the halls saying, we're doing science! So and it's nice to see that pay off now, and just how much fun this actually is for both adults and youth to engage in our SCRUB curriculum.
Wonderful.
Go check it out online.
Thanks, guys!